just unstoppable, Aries. You're just absolutely unstoppable. Hi Aries, my name is Tiana and welcome to my channel Inspired by Ease. We're going to kick it off with an animal spirit card. I hope you're doing wonderful and enjoying your week and the first month of the year. So what's going on with you, Aries? What message do you need to hear right now? Okay, Aries, this is actually really amazing. Oh my goodness. You got earthworm, bear, and dolphin. Oh my goodness. This is so fun. This is so fun. So, you are presenting as earth and water. And I do sometimes have other characters, so it's sometimes a relationship, but this is all you. I'm really feeling like this is all you. And this is really, really beautiful. So I'm actually feeling that maybe through your reflection time of 2019, you're realizing how far you've come and you're very thrilled with yourself and proud of yourself and happy. And I think maybe at the beginning of the year of 2019, you felt like you were like an earthworm. You were just starting from square one, and you were just a total beginner. And now at the beginning of 2020, you feel like a big bear. You feel so powerful and wealthy and strong, and you have a lot more, I'm feeling, wealth. You have a whole stronger foundation, and there's something about with the earthworm, you know, the foundation doesn't need to be that strong to carry an earthworm. The earthworm weighs like nothing, but for a big bear, the ground and the foundation have to be really solid. So I think it just goes to show how much you've climbed and you've ascended, and also with the sun, like you're so much closer to the sun, and like I'm just seeing you on this great big peak of the mountain, like you've got there, or you're almost there, and you're just looking and kind of admiring how far you've come and how amazing that is, and you're just feeling very proud of yourself. And yeah, this is really amazing. Like, I think that also you might be coming out of a period of rest. You know, I'm just kind of seeing you like come out of your cave, and you're just seeing like how different the world is, how different your reality is, you know, compared to last year, to where you started out during the same time. And it's like total 180 with what happened. And yeah, you were feeling just so happy. And it's interesting that we have this mirroring with the colors of the earthworm and the dolphin. So maybe like last year you had all of these emotions that were uncomfortable and your stomach was in knots, and maybe you were like worrying a lot and like really stressed out, and there was just like intensity of not great emotions. There might have been like a lot of drama, things like that. And now it's like you are just so happy. Now you're just filled with all of the beautiful and amazing emotions, and you feel really playful, really, really playful, and a lot more childlike and innocent. And oh my god, I just love dolphins. So yeah, we're seeing a huge 180 in your physical life. So money, your home, your career, your family, all of the basic needs of like the 3D world have totally changed. And now we're seeing that same improvement in also your emotions. So you're also like a totally different person emotionally and spiritually. And maybe last year you were very depressed as well and had a lot of pain and grief and all of these sorts of things. And now you're just like so happy and so playful and you feel so light and free. And this is just so amazing. So you're noticing how your life has transformed in like every area of your life. And so this is really amazing. And I also want to say with the bear and the dolphin that, because I believe, I don't know if bears actually are pack kind of animals, but definitely with the dolphin, they travel in pods. And so I want to say that you also have a lot more belonging and connection, and your relationships are a lot healthier. So maybe last year you were around a lot of like toxic people and things like that made you feel very constricted and things like that. And now you're around other amazing people that are like super happy too and super positive and really high vibe. So this is amazing to see, Aries. I'm so happy for you. I actually bought Teal Swan's app, the Blind Spot, her new Oracle deck, and so I thought that I would pull a card so that you can be aware of your potential blind spot and heal it and integrate it so that you can have even more happiness and peace and success in your life. So let's ask, what is Aries' blind spot? Oh my goodness. Triangulation. Whoa, triangulation. I will read it. If you have drawn this, the thing you aren't clearly seeing is triangulation. This could mean that you are being triangulated, or you are triangulating people against someone, or people are triangulating against you, or all of the above. Great. Triangulation is one of the most common forms of social manipulation tactics, and it usually happens subconsciously. Triangulation occurs when, instead of communicating directly to someone that we have a conflict with so as to create resolution, we go to another third person with a subconscious or even conscious desire to get them on our side against the person we have the conflict with. We may use them as an in-between to relay information to the person we have the conflict with, but this is not the same as using an intermediary, because the subconscious intention in triangulation is to divide. We are using one person against the other. Subconsciously, we think our only way of maintaining our self-concept of being a good person is to get other people to validate that we are the good one in the conflict. The way to do this is to get that person to have an issue with the person we have an issue with too. We have decided that the best way to get someone to side with us against someone is to make ourselves look like the good guy and to make the other look like the bad guy. I just want to say, Aries, that I don't think that you are triangulating anyone. I think that this is more of like a remnant of, the energy of 2019. And now this is coming into the conscious. And so you're like, oh my God, that's why like that relationship was so toxic, because they're constantly maybe complaining and being like, oh my God, I can't believe she wore that, or can you believe, things like that, complaining, gossiping, that kind of negative energy. And so I think now you get to have that clarity and be like, oh, that's what they were doing, and that you get to understand it more. And yeah, so now it's just coming into your consciousness so that you can have clarity about it and be with people that aren't going to do that. So I'll continue. Even if we are the one who is in fact creating the problem in the first place, we will play the victim. Most people have no idea that they are being triangulated, and there is one glaring reason why. People who are skilled at triangulation as a means of manipulation will never make it obvious that they are trying to turn someone against someone else so as to get their own needs met. Instead, they will gaslight and lie and do and say anything that makes it look otherwise so as to never have their tactic, which is often highly subconscious, be seen. And the most common camouflage that they use is other people's insecurities. When we have unmet needs, it means we have insecurities. For example, if someone needs to be understood, that same person has insecurity about being misunderstood. Therefore, if we are going to triangulate, well, we are going to play that person's insecurities against the person we have a conflict with at the same time as giving them the impression that we are going to meet their unmet need. This is especially easy to do when people are lonely. When this is the case, all we have to do is give the person we are subconsciously trying to triangulate the impression that they can have closeness with us through opposing the other person. I also am feeling that this is kind of just also coming up just to give you clarity on exactly what was happening in the dynamics and patterns that occurred in 2019. I don't feel like this is so much happening now, but as to just create that closure, give you that closure that maybe you're needing to kind of seal off 2019 and just feel totally free to just keep going. So I'm almost done. The reason that the person being triangulated will hardly ever see that they are being triangulated is because the person who is triangulating is rarely ever going to create a new problem with the person they are triangulating people against. Instead, they will camouflage their intentions by using a wound or insecurity or unmet need that they can feel already exists between that person and the person they are triangulating against. They are in essence capitalizing on a crock that already exists to make it a Grand Canyon. Also, Aries, I want to say that the person that was doing the triangulating was doing it out of control because they felt just so out of control. And so I hope that reading these blind spot oracle cards can give you a lot of clarity and closure about the unhealthy, toxic people that you let go of in 2019. And maybe you can kind of have some understanding and compassion for them and be like, oh, I know why they did that now. And you can just, close that book, and now you get to just be like totally free and happy and continue, growing and reaching new heights of happiness and success. So you have the Sage. So yeah, something coming full circle. Yeah, I really feel this, especially like with the Worm too, something coming full circle and having a sense of aha and clarity, and these experiences or that experience, if it was a singular experience, gave you so much wisdom and insight into maybe even something about yourself, and also just gave you insight into the psychology of humanity. And yeah, there's something that you're seeing with a lot more clarity, and this clarity is also helping you to be able to potentially watch out for similar people like that in the future, so you can know the signs to look out for, and you know when you're being triangulated, and you can just be like, no. We have the singer of connection, so definitely there is some kind of ripping away of connections that you had with certain people, and now you are forging new connections with healthier people, and even forging a deeper, healthier connection with yourself, and feeling more peaceful and having more unity and things like that. And you might even be experiencing like your soul tribe, meeting people that are more in harmony with your soul tribe, and everything like that. Oh my goodness, we have a lot of cards here. I usually don't do this, but I feel these all apply. So we have Tom on the poet, so you definitely are in a lot of reflection, seeking answers, seeking clarity, things like that. And he's a poet, so perhaps writing to really gain the clarity, really cement it in, will help you. Writing your feelings out, or writing out your epiphanies and realizations. And so, yeah, we have the Glen Cloner, which was this other person or group of people who had this hidden agenda and was using triangulation and everything like that. And so, yeah, they're just kind of rearing their head and saying, yep, this is what we're all talking about. So even though your life is having this amazing trajectory, you're taking this moment to kind of close out 2019 and being like, what was that really? And so now we're gaining that clarity, and so that we're not so confused, and we can really learn from it, so as to I don't want to say avoid, because that's like a push away and resistance, but for a lack of a better word, avoid, similar experiences and people like that. And so now we have the Lamb. So this probably really was very damaging for you, and what you thought was a solid connection wasn't at all. And perhaps you experienced a lot of longing, and maybe even isolation, loneliness because of this triangulation. And maybe because I don't know if you were the person that this person was like, oh my God, look at her, and da 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 da, or you were the one where I think that was more it, like that you were the one that was singled out and kind of like attacked. And so this is kind of what was happening, because this other person was just very insecure and had no control, and felt totally out of control. And they felt like the only way that they could get connection was by getting people to be against someone. So yeah, I'm really sorry that happened to you, Aries. So yeah, you experience a lot of longing and isolation and loneliness, and this really wounded you. Her wings are all ripped and she has scars on her back. And yeah, this is feeling pretty intense, because I'm getting drawn to that she is naked. And so I want to say that maybe you were even humiliated. Not that being naked has to be humiliating, but oftentimes that's what it means, like when we have dreams like that and everything. And so I'm just talking off of symbols here. So yeah, maybe you were even like humiliated and things like that, and felt like I am seeing like medieval times where someone was outcasted. They thought that that person was a witch or whatever, and they just like totally stripped them from their clothes and stoned them and shamed them and humiliated them, and all of these things. So Yeah, this seems very intense, and I'm very sorry that you experienced this, Aries. You did not deserve it. My heart is going out to you. So, but by the end of this reading, you are going to have amazing closure, and you're going to have a sense of peace about it, and heal from this experience, because your life is on this amazing trajectory. It really is. But I think that there is some still kind of closure that you're needing. And next we have Elise of the Shadows. So yeah, you're breaking free of bondage and darkness, and ending the chain of pain, of this kind of pattern. And perhaps you even experienced this pattern in your childhood, and it was very painful. So yeah, maybe there was some kind of repeating pattern or dynamic that you kept experiencing with other people, no matter where you went. And so you're just like, why does this keep happening to me? But you've broken and are breaking the chain of pain, the chain of bondage, or anything like that, being outcasted, things like that. This is the card that comes right after the devil in the tarot. So this is absolute like liberation and freedom, from the night of the dark soul, that sort of thing, of pain, darkness, that sort of thing. Next up, we have the Singer of Initiation. So being reborn. This is having a lot of, I feel like, biblical symbology here. You're being completely reborn, and reclaiming your innocence, reclaiming your dignity and integrity, and going from someone who's completely naked and the whole town is stoning them, and you're tied up on, I don't know, some kind of piece of, okay. Yeah, this feels like, oh my god, this is, okay. Yeah, you're going from that to becoming a god and or goddess, wearing your crown, being bathed in healing, purifying water, and being reborn, and stepping into your power, your authenticity, your divinity, and where no one can touch you, no one can hurt you. This is very beautiful. So yes, being reborn, purification, healing, cleansing. This is all the energy that you're stepping into, and I feel like this all has to do with a lot of like your self-concept and your confidence. I feel like this made you feel very ashamed and very insecure, very hurt. Your reputation was damaged, but you are reclaiming your reputation, and it doesn't matter what happened in the past. You're reclaiming it and saying, no, I am a divine, spiritual, eternal being, and I am love, and I am peace, and I am going to wear my crown, and if anyone disrespects me, they're gonna be sorry. And you're just gonna keep your head held up high, and wear your crown, Aries, wear your crown. So yeah, we have Tate in the Self. So this is, yeah, you're making a huge mental shift. This is huge. This is amazing. And you're just feeling more lighter. You're feeling joyous. You're becoming more like the dolphin, like I was saying. So this is just like really, really beautiful. And any remaining fears or insecurities that you might still have from this horrific experience, they're not real, they're not true, they're valid, they're totally valid, Aries, but they aren't real and they aren't going to come true. So maybe any meaning, anything that you like made this experience mean, maybe that you're not deserving, that you're not worthy, that you're bad, that you're, anything like that, it's not true. It's not true. And it all had to do more about them and their pain and how they feel on the inside. And it had very, very little to do with you. And I'm just very, very sorry that you experienced this. But you are making these huge mental shifts and being like, no, I am amazing and I am a divine, spiritual, eternal being, and I'm gonna wear my crown, okay? So I'm gonna see if the fairies have anything else they want to say that feels... Oh my goodness, yes. Aries, yes, fire, yeah, I'm just feeling like you're in it to win it. Like you are just like a racehorse. Like you are just like going for it. This is also love at first sight, could apply, but yeah, just very passionate, very fiery, very much your element. Yeah, so this is just really, really amazing, and you're feeling very like pumped, very, very pumped, and ready to make this year an amazing, amazing year. And with the love at first sight card, it could just be a career, something that you want, that you're just like, yeah, I'm going for that. And you're just I'm kind of seeing like Sonic, that little like blue. I'm not familiar with it, but that little blue character, Sonic. So it's like, yeah, you're just whipping around. You're just like really fast, and yeah, like with the dolphin and Sonic, you're just unstoppable, Aries. You're just absolutely unstoppable. And I don't feel like you're doing it out of like I have to prove them wrong or anything like that. This is all coming from like innately within you, which I think is perfect. You're just being yourself, and now that you've realized your authenticity, your truth, and having all closed this, like really nothing can stop you. So this is just really, really amazing, really amazing. So I'm gonna see if there's any closing words, any last minute advice that Spirit has for you. Co-create. I think that you are going to start meeting, if you haven't already, other co-creators, other really genuine people that want to co-create with you, that want to help make your dreams a reality, that actually really want to support you and encourage you, and that you feel a sense of like kinship with and partnership with and support. Yeah, you got yang. Yeah, so this is divine masculine energy. This is putting things into action. So you got that closure that you needed, and you're just like, yeah, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to make things happen. And so this is all about inspired action taking, bringing things down into the physical, turning dreams into reality. Yeah, go Aries. A leg up. Yeah, you might be experiencing a leg up in certain ways, just with this co-create energy. There's just people coming out of the woodwork to come and help you and support you and everything like that are giving you a leg up, that are just raising you up, with that bear standing high on this peak looking down. Yeah, I think that more people and opportunities and resources and things like that are just coming out of the woodwork and raising you up. I'm just seeing you're just being carried by this huge wave, just higher and higher and higher. So is there anything else we can get for the amazing Aries? Exchanging gifts. Amazing gifts are on their way to you if they haven't reached you already. So yeah, you might be exchanging talents with other people with this co-create. So you're receiving other people's gifts and talents and reveling in them, and you're able to show what you have to bring to the table as well, and other people are appreciating who you are, like genuinely. And it's just a very, very healing process, especially in comparison to what you experience with this triangulation. So this is really incredible, and I'm gonna leave it there, Aries. Know that you are never, ever, ever alone, even in your darkest moments. Never, ever. You are so, so loved, and be kind to yourself and be kind to others. Big kiss. Mwah. Bye.